Hey, what's going on, guys? Aaron here. Welcome to the video. This is about FTX and the voting process. So what I'm going to talk about are here the different claims, the email you may have gotten, and then what the voting ballot may look like. So I have a ballot here that I blocked out the personal information, but this is an example of a convenience class ballot that I will go through. So a lot of people got confused because they got an email saying that they aren't eligible to vote and that they're not getting anything. And I'll try to clear that up in this video, what that means. A couple things before I begin, because I think it's really important. There is no rush to vote. They haven't even released the plan supplement yet, which for some people may be important before you vote. So the voting deadline is August 16th. So as of right now, we have over a month until you need to vote. The plan supplement should come by August 2nd. So even after August 2nd, you still have like 2 weeks until you need to vote. And hopefully the plan supplement will have things like how much money they expect to give non-convenience class people, or what percent of non-convenience class claims should be given at what time, because that may affect some people's decision about whether you want to drop down into the convenience class, which I will get to later in this video. And also the plan supplement may have some more information about international creditors, so non-US creditors, how they may receive stablecoin payments, maybe a little bit more information about the whole Bahamas process as well, which is very confusing, and I will touch on that a little bit later in this video. So before I go into the actual voting ballot, a couple different posts here. This one from the FTX UCC. It says the FTX debtors through Kroll are in the process of sending solicitation packages and ballots to customers and creditors to vote. You may have received a number of emails from Kroll with notices regarding voting on the plan. If you have a customer claim on account of only FTT holdings, you are deemed to reject the plan and are not entitled to vote, but you can elect to opt in to the plan releases. So I'll touch on that in just a moment. If you have a claim that has fiat or crypto other than FTT or in addition to FTT, so basically, if you're holding something more than FTT, you should receive a ballot to vote on the plan. And there is an email if you want to have some questions about this, and also some phone numbers as well. And they do suggest that you vote in favor of the plan. One reason to just hold off voting until we get a little bit more information, if you'd like to, again, none of this is legal or financial advice. Mr. Purple on Twitter says, FTX, the CFTC settlement has been filed. Since all amounts to be paid to creditors are more than 100% of the petition date value hinges on the settlement, it is critical that this gets approved. So he would suggest finalizing your vote after the 6th, so August 6th, because that is when the hearing date is going to happen. But for most people, you don't really care about a lot of these other things, and you just kind of want to vote and get on with your life. So this is what the email probably looked like, something like this. And I blocked out the claimant name and the login information and all that kind of stuff. But this person, basically, when you click on this link, it'll take you to a website. That website looks something like this, submit e-ballot. You'll scroll down, and then right here, please click here to go to the online ballot submission portal. So you click here, it then opens up a page that looks like this. You have a place to enter your unique ID, your name, and your email. So all of that information will be in the email you got from FTX noticing at ra.kroll.com. So claimant name, and then you have the unique ID, so you'll just copy and paste that stuff. Once you copy and paste all that information, it took about 30 seconds for it to auto-load your claims or what options you have to vote. So for this individual creditor, it looked like this. He had one where it said FTX class 13 to 18, and then another one where it says FTX class 7A. So if it says FTX class 13 to 18, that means it is one of these. So you are not going to be able to vote. For most people, it'll mean that you had some FTT tokens in your account. So the first thing I did is I clicked right here for the 13 to 18. I clicked this link. It brought me to this page right here. And this says notice of non-voting status to holders of impaired claims deemed to reject the plan. So the only real option it gives me is in item 2, clicking here, opt in election. So here you can elect to opt in to release the third parties essentially. So you don't need to do this. You can do this if you don't want to. Totally up to you. Right here, Sunil on Twitter, he says regarding the third-party releases, opting out means that you can pursue other methods of recovery, like if you want to personally sue the lawyers, I believe. And opting in means that you want to release all parties from liability, so you personally cannot sue them. Now, from my understanding and what I heard from Louis and Tiffany Fong's interview on this, Louis mentioned, I believe, that if somebody sues Sullivan and Cromwell or another professional, that money is going to go back basically into the estate and be distributed pro rata to all claim holders. So most people are not going to be personally suing third parties, right? But going down here, this is the page when I clicked this link right here next to 7A. Now, 7A, if I scroll up here, is .com convenience class. So that would be non-US convenience class, which means your claim is $50,000 or less. So that's just the example I have here. And if you are not in the convenience class, I'll show you the difference in just a moment. So again, you would click that link. It would take you here. It would show you your unique ID, your ballot ID, your name and email. You would then see a page essentially making sure you understand that you need to submit this ballot by August 16th. Feel free to read everything on all of these pages as well. This is if you want to opt into the Bahamas. I do not know enough information about this to make an informed decision, though. I believe from what I've heard from others, much smarter than myself, if you live in the United States, there isn't really any compelling reason to opt into the Bahamas. There's a lot of unknowns with this, but from my understanding, the plan support agreement, which should come out by early August, may have some more information that may make you want to opt into the Bahamas. But I personally, if I had a claim, I probably wouldn't do this. And again, not financial or legal advice at all. Do whatever you want. It's pretty confusing here, but you do not need to do that. Right here, item 3, this will show you your scheduled amount and your voting amount. Now, in this example, it was around $36,000, which is why it was in a convenience class claim. Item 4 is basically saying that I agree to the amount for my claim. You would click this box and then click next. So this next one I'm taking from Tiffany Fong and Louis' interview because in the example I have, they are already in the convenience class. If your claim is above $50,000, you will have right here, it says convenience claim, and this allows you to check this box to drop into the convenience class, which means that whatever your claim is, it would then become $50,000. So because in this example, I'm already in the convenience class, I don't have that option to drop into the convenience class. Now, whether or not you want to drop in the convenience class is really up to you, but I would only ever possibly consider it if your claim is $55,000 or less. If it's between $50,000 and maybe $55,000, then you can think about whether or not you'd like to do that. The major benefit is you would get 119% of your claim very soon after the plan is confirmed. Whereas if you stay outside of the convenience class and you do not click this box, you'll have a higher claim amount. So you'll have your agreed claim amount, but it will take longer for you to get the total amount that you are going to get back. So they say you'll get back 127% to 143% of your total claim if you are not in the convenience class. So if your claim's above $50,000, but we do not know yet the timeline of that distribution. So what you definitely want to do is do not accidentally click this, because this could severely ruin your life. If you have a large claim and you accidentally click this button, item 6, convenience class, do not click this button if you have a very large claim. At least I wouldn't, because what you're doing is you're saying, I only want a $50,000 claim. If your claim is $100,000 and you click this, you are literally wiping off $50,000 of your claim. It's a serious, massive big deal. So be very, very methodical and careful, and don't drink like Louis did when he talked to Tiffany. Don't be drunk when you go through your voting process, especially if you are unclear. You want to keep a clear mind here to make sure you don't make a huge mistake. And Louis, I have no doubt that your intelligence is higher than mine, even with many drinks. But for myself, I would not be drinking while I'm voting. Don't drink and vote. Item 7 looks like this. You either accept or reject the plan. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It's totally up to you. Personally, I'd probably accept it. There are creditors that will be rejecting it. And if that's something you want to do, feel free to do whatever you want. Just showing you the process of voting. I am not telling you how to vote. So here is third-party releases, item 8. By checking this box, you elect to opt out of third-party releases. So if you check this box, it basically says that you want to possibly have the option of suing people, suing professionals, suing, I believe, the debtor, suing Sullivan and Cromwell, suing Alvarez and Marçal, suing anybody that you want, I think. So most people are not going to click this box because you are not planning on suing anybody. You want to get your money and either buy crypto and leave FTX behind forever, right? So by checking this box, you elect to opt out of the third-party release. Now, if you opt out of the release, or I believe if you reject the plan, they can come after you for retail clawbacks. So if you withdrew a lot of money, I forgot the threshold, I think it was like $250,000, don't quote me, but if you withdrew any substantial amount of money in the 90 days before they declared bankruptcy, if it were me, I would definitely accept the plan, click this button right here, and I would not click this button right here to opt out of the release. Because again, I believe if you do either of these, FTX can basically sue you, and you could be in the same boat that thousands of Celsius creditors are in. So that is it for that part. And the final thing right here, item 10, type in your name, sign it, and then put in your information, click submit. And then here you will get an email from noreply.efiling@ra.curl.com. It'll have a PDF copy of your e-ballot along with your confirmation ID. And that's basically it. That's how you vote. And if you're curious about selling your claim, you can check out Claims Market. I'll include all the information to reach out to them below. Basically, at this point, we know approximately how much money we'll get. It's just a matter of how long it'll take to actually get that. So if you have a claim and you want liquidity now, you can reach out to the guys at Claims Market through their website or through social media. And essentially, they will list your claim on their website where other buyers will bid on your claim. So that guarantees essentially you getting the highest possible price for your claim. So I'll include their information below. You can reach out to them if you'd like to inquire about that process. And before I end the video, real quick, Louis said today in a tweet, "This is a scam. FTX will not be emailing you this." Really important to be aware now that you can vote of phishing attempts and scams. So this is a fake probably email that he got saying that we are pleased to inform you that USDC is now available, blah, 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 all scams. You don't have to give them your Ethereum wallet address. So just be very, very cautious of scams. Now they will come very, very aggressively because people realize that they can vote, and the threshold to thinking that, oh, it's going to be a long time before we get our money is a lot smaller. People are like, oh, shoot, maybe this is real. Maybe they actually can send me USDC within 10 minutes, right? All that shit, totally not real. Do not click it. Do not engage with any type of weird emails asking you for information. Feel free to email myself if you'd like. If you have any questions about that, you can just forward that email to me, bitcoinaaron@proton.me. I'll include that in the description. So that is it for the video, guys. August 16th, deadline to vote. I do suggest you vote. Louis said it's probably just a good thing to do just because it may speed things up. It solidifies you as an individual. It just kind of raises your hand and says, hey, I'm here, I'm voting, I want my money. Maybe it'll get you your money quicker. Maybe it won't. I have no idea. If it were me, I would vote though. And again, the plan supplement should come out by August 2nd. So if you want to wait for that, you can wait for that. If you're international and you want to wait on that to maybe hear more about the Bahamian process or Bahamian, however you pronounce that, and you want to hear more about how they're going to send non-international people money and that could affect your voting, feel free to wait for the plan supplement. They're saying August 2nd, so hopefully it'll come out before that. And then you'll still have 2 weeks to vote, so no rush there. I'll include everything I talked about in the description below for you guys. That's it. Thanks for watching. Till next time, talk with you soon, and bye for now.